morning to you, Tampa Bay, waking up with a whole lot of sunshine, but that humidity that we got to enjoy all of yesterday, yeah, that's not going anywhere anytime soon. We'll get you out the door and get you ready for your Sunday Fun Day plans coming up.
A man left in the road to die after being hit by a car this morning. This is the lone clue investigators are hoping will help track down the driver. Plus, St. Pete painted with pride. This morning, they're cleaning up from yesterday's parade, but the party isn't over yet. We are live downtown with what's next today. And can you really shock yourself out of your bad habits? We'll talk. It is Sunday, June 23rd, 2019, and you are up on the bright side, and we are here to party.
Yeah.
We just rolled in, actually. No.
I don't think we'd be this put together.
You know what? We're capable of some pretty fantastic things.
Also valid.
Good morning to you all. I'm John Storsby. Thank you so much for waking up with us on this Pride weekend here in St. Pete.
And I'm meteorologist Natalie Ferrari. I didn't get the memo that we were wearing these, so I left mine at home.
Still got some glitter on your.
Didn't our boss joke about that? Hey,
she did. She goes, you want to dump some glitter out on the desk when you walk in the morning? Yeah.
Yes. This was an option? Why are we just now talking about this?
Sorry, you missed it. Maybe next hour.
But we have the big festival today.
Not over yet.
We're going to have a 10 News tent all set up there. I'll be out there later this afternoon. Come say hi. And also bring lots of water. It was just for a hot second, and then we just warmed right back up. All right, we mentioned the big St. Pete Pride Festival taking place today between 11 to 5. Our Madison Allworth is going to have a whole lot more on that coming up.
She sure will, Natalie. Yeah, the parade might be over, but the party continues today with the Pride Festival in downtown St. Pete. 10 News, of course, a proud sponsor of Pride. We had a ton of us out there yesterday. Check it out. Yours truly included, Natalie. We were handing out beads. We were riding the float. More than 200,000 people lined Bayshore to celebrate with us.
250,000 people having a blast. We have the right to get married if we want to. And that's, I can't tell you what a difference that is.
Right Side reporter Madison Allworth is live in the Grand Central District of St. Pete for this final day of Pride Weekend. Still a lot of stuff to do today, Madison.
Of course there is. Of course, those who were out last night might still be resting. It's a bit early, maybe picking the glitter out of their hair and off their face, but stop right there. Pride is far from over, packed from 11 to 5 p.m.
Madison Allworth was out with us last night too, but she looks just bright-eyed and cheery this morning. So good to see you. All right, Madison, we'll see you in a little bit once again. Thank you so much. Hey, you can find a guide that lists all of today's events going on, not just the Pride Festival. We've got that all right now on WTSP.com. In the meantime, we do want to make the most of the time that you've got with us here this morning, so let's get you in the know with what else is making headlines. New this morning, the search is on for the driver that Pasco deputies say hit and killed a man and then just kept driving. They say the man, 24-year-old Leon Gilbert Bailey, he was walking along the shoulder of US 301 right near Gould Road when he was hit last night. I want you to take a look because these are the paint chips that were picked up from the scene, believed to have been left behind by that vehicle. And deputies say that vehicle likely has some visible damage to the front right side, including the headlight, hood, and windshield. Think you might know something? Well, then give the Pasco County Sheriff's Office a call. Getting over the Gandy into Tampa should be a little easier this morning. Those eastbound lanes are back open. Police were actually rerouting drivers for several hours last night following a deadly motorcycle crash that happened near the hump of the bridge, again late last night. Well, this is just awful. 7 retired Marines are dead after a pickup truck hauling a trailer slammed into their motorcycles. The Marines, they were apparently part of a motorcycle club. They were riding with their spouses at the time. Troopers in New Hampshire say there were 10 bikes involved. Just 3 people survived. The president is delaying raids that were supposed to start today as part of a massive deportation blitz of undocumented immigrants. President Trump tweeted out that he is giving lawmakers 2 more weeks to come up with a border security plan. It's a move that is welcomed by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who says they need more time to come up with comprehensive immigration reform. Let's look ahead now to the race to 2020 as it winds through Tampa tomorrow morning. Democratic presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke will be making a stop at Brewbus Brewing for a roundtable with veterans. He's also one of 20 Democrats will be in the Miami area next week for their first televised debate, which airs on June 26. Well, hello, Natalie.
Hello, good morning. You find yourself having a hard time breaking a bad habit?
Is that a question?
Yeah. Do you?
Habits, yeah, some of them can be hard. No, I don't have any bad habits. What are you talking
He's
about?
an angel. Well, there's something that may jolt
That's right.
some motivation into you.
Oh, are we talking like literally jolting me?
Yeah, look at, I can't believe this is a
This
real
is some
thing.
Pavlov stuff here.
Exactly. This is a Pavlov bracelet. It pairs
Oh.
up with an app on your phone.
Oh, no.
You pick the habit you want to break and tailor the shock to it. Then every time you step out of line, it will give you a 350-volt
No.
electric shock. It's not cheap though, and it also doesn't sound
Pleasant
efficient.
at all.
It's $200. The inventor says that it would be worth it. He says within 3 days, your cravings will be significantly reduced.
Oh, so we're talking like if you don't want to eat something in particular, or
Maybe the craving to whatever that bad habit
whatever.
is.
Okay.
Your friends and family can also download the app and give you a shot.
Oh, no,
Not
no, no.
holding yourself accountable.
That's where I'm going to draw the line.
This is like borderline torture, isn't
That's
it?
weird. So they call it Pavlok. It's like Pavlov's, when they shock the
Yeah.
dogs, right?
Which
I'm sorry.
I feel like a lot of people are even against that.
Yeah.
So we're going to
and,
take it to the human route.
and I feel like family and friends are only going to make it a game. Like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You'd kill me. Like, why aren't you here? What are you doing? Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Luckily, neither of us have any habits that we want to break that hard. So
That's not true.
that's a hard pass. For me.
That's such a lie.
That's not true. Hey, the sun can be a scorcher, especially here in Florida, but how hot is too hot for your pet's paws?
It's a celebration of diversity.
Well, it is hot. And July in Florida, right, coming up here, it's only going to get hotter. But if you are a dog owner, something to think about before that next walk. Well, how hot is too hot to have your pet walking on the pavement? This morning, we're verifying it.
I actually put my own hand on the asphalt or pavement where I'm walking and hold it there for a few seconds. And if it's too hot for me, I know that's too hot for my dog to walk on.
I was just going to say, that was the test that I was always taught, is put your hand down and then
Yeah.
that's when you know.
And actually, it's
Okay.
the back of your hand because you're going to feel it.
Oh,
You're going to feel it quicker.
I've been doing it wrong.
Do it with the back of your hand because that's really
That makes
how you're
sense.
going to sense the heat very quickly. It's common sense though, right?
Well,
I mean,
yes and no. I think it's maybe something that some people don't think
Yeah.
about, that
I mean,
the
if-
pavement can get
yeah.
that warm.
And if you're really just trying to get that afternoon walk in,
Yeah.
you're trying to get them out and about. Look for the shaded spots.
Yeah. Well,
I
we
appreciate
don't
too.
we don't walk until evening or early morning
Yeah.
anyways, because otherwise you're gonna just melt.
Myself included.
Yes.
Myself and
Yes.
the pup.
Yeah.
Absolutely. As you get ready to head out the door this morning, though, you're going to want to make sure you stay extra hydrated. Lots of humidity in place, but I got lots of bright blue skies to show you as you look live across downtown Tampa through Tuesday that we could see any type of rain-cooled showers.
He's got great form. Gonna be a superstar one day. Just watch out for the knees.
Maybe perhaps nothing more Florida than a gator sighting,
Always.
right?
Always.
Well, except maybe this.
Oh, no.
Take a look. Look closely. Yes, that is a donkey trying to take on an alligator
With a, what?
near a local distillery. The two are apparently at a bit of a standoff. This happened by Enjoy Distillery, Joy Spirits Distillery. This is near Weeki Wachee. And that is one brave little donkey taking a jab. Did you see he took a jab from the gator?
Yeah.
Wasn't enough, though, to scare him off. They just kept staring each other down.
That's fascinating. This gator is literally snapping at him,
Right.
and he's like,
And he's
"All right,
like-
I go to this side now. I go to this side."
He's like, don't
about
even
over
mess
here?
with me. I'm surprised, was the gator not hungry? Was the donkey just feeling frisky that day? Like forget you?
Well, as Josh likes to say,
It's not gator mating season anymore, is it?
well, I don't know.
I think that's irrelevant in this situation, though, right? Wow, yeah, look, he really,
Look how terrifying that is.
Yeah.
Then why do you go back?
Yeah, I'd be like, bye, Felicia. We're out of here. Hey, listen to this. So there is a new kind of care that is helping new parents learn the best way to bond with their new baby. All right, well, as you get ready to head out to do your shopping maybe here today, there's a couple of recalls from the week you might have missed, so let's get you caught up. Ragu pasta sauce. You might want to toss it if you got any in your pantry and maybe pick up some new stuff. That's because the sauces are being recalled because they might have plastic fragments in them. So far, luckily, the company says there have been no complaints or reports of any injuries. Sprouts Farmers Market of Phoenix is recalling 16-ounce bags of frozen cut leaf spinach because of a possible listeria contamination. The recall was issued for its organic and regular bags across 19 states, including here in Florida. And luckily, so far, no one is reported getting sick, but you can return the product for a full refund. And Ruiz Foods is recalling about 246,000 pounds of frozen breakfast wrap products containing bacon that officials say may be contaminated with foreign material. Listen to this, namely small rocks. The items involved are 8-pack family-sized film packages containing El Monterey egg, potato, bacon, and cheese sauce breakfast wraps. You can learn more about all of these recalls and all of the others we've got posted always on our website at WTSP.com. Well, when a baby is born premature, one of the only ways that mom can usually hold her new child is snuggling close, skin to skin, because the baby is so small and, of course, can easily get cold. It's called kangaroo care. Brightside reporter Jenny Dean shows you what new moms and dads can learn from it.
Mommy's girl is so perfect for her.
Oh, so tiny, too. Well, little Riley was released from the NICU at Johns Hopkins All Children's last month, and good news, she is doing great, we can report. And expecting moms who do want to do kangaroo care should make it a part of their birth plan and then let their doctors know. That's Jenny Dean's best advice from who she talked to. All right, time now is 7:25. Let's go back out to Madison Hall, where she is live in St. Pete with what she's working on for our next half hour. More Pride today, Madison.
Many of us enjoyed Pride last weekend at the parade, but it's not over yet. The festival is today here on Central. Coming up, I'm going to tell you what to expect and all the artists and food vendors that you're going to see here on Central Avenue.
New this morning, counterattack. The president approving a cyber strike against Iran, targeting the country's rocket and missile launchers. Plus, a hot air balloon that came in, well, a little too hot. Whoa, look out.
Whoa.
And you know what they say, real estate, it is all about location, location, location. Unfortunately for this Florida man, he has got some serious buyer's remorse when it comes to this property in particular. Just wait till you see what he actually bought.
Are all these stories going to freak me out now?
Probably.
I'm like, what?
Those are called teases. Good morning to you. It is Sunday, June 23rd, 2019. You are up on the bright side. I'm Josh Sidorowitz.
And I'm Natalie Ferrari. We do news things here at WTSP.
You attempt to, it's fine. So another steamy day. We were in the parade yesterday, which was a great turnout, by the way.
Yeah, it was amazing.
From the station, the crowd, but my goodness, were we all just drenched.
I've never seen a whole cohesive collection of my coworkers just...
Yeah. And it's funny because everyone's
drenched.
hugging each other, but everyone's with the warning of, I'm really sweaty, I'm really gross. But yeah, it was...
It's like, yeah, we know. Me too. And that's exactly what you're going to be dealing with as you enjoy any of those outdoor plans later today. Right now, though, gosh, when you just step outside and you see how gorgeous it is, but just like yesterday with our high humidity, as early as 11 o'clock in the morning, it can start to feel like 100 degrees here across the region. And that's what you need to dress for. That's how you need to prepare. And that's how you need to make sure you take care of yourself as you enjoy any of those outdoor plans, which we have a whole lot more to walk you through in just a few moments.
We sure do, Natalie. Yeah, the party is not over yet. Pride weekend in St. Pete continues with the Pride Festival today. About 250,000 people filled the streets downtown for yesterday's parade. 10 News, as the proud media sponsor, we were right down there with all of them in the parade, handing out beads, dancing the night away. The mayor says this shows the best of what St. Pete is all about.
This says that we are a city that welcomes everybody, that you can be whoever you are and feel comfortable and safe here in St. Pete.
Worth noting, too, police are reporting 2 arrests during the parade. Despite the massive crowds, they were both for drunk and disorderly conduct, which is 2 more than last year's no arrests. Not too bad, though. Brightside reporter Madison Allworth, she is live in downtown St. Pete, where there will be more people again. Today, though, it's this time for the festival, Madison.
Yeah, absolutely, Josh. Pride weekend is not over, so street. So as you can kind of already see, this portion of Central Avenue is already closed down as they set everything up because a lot of work goes into this full weekend. And of course, the Pride Festival is included in that. And coming up in the next half hour, I'm going to introduce you to one of the artists who will be here hanging out. He's getting set up right now, and I'll show you a little bit of the art that he's going to offer at the Pride Festival.
Oh, yeah, always a lot of cool local works that are on display and that you can even purchase. All right, we look forward to seeing that in a little bit. Madison, thank you so much. Pride Festival, not the only thing that's happening in and around Tampa Bay here as we close out the weekend. You can find a guide that lists everything happening today on WTSP.com. New this morning, a 24-year-old man is dead after deputies say he was hit by a car that just never stopped. Deputies say Leon Gilbert Bailey was walking along the shoulder of US 301 near Gould Road in Dade City. It was just before 10 last night when he was hit by a car. The driver then took off. Deputies say the car involved likely has some visible damage to the front on its right side, including the headlight, hood, and windshield. And if you look at this, these are actually paint chips picked up from the scene left behind by that vehicle. Anyone with information is being urged to call the Pasco County Sheriff's Office. The eastbound lanes of the Gandy Bridge are back open this morning following a deadly motorcycle wreck there. Happened near the hump of the bridge, actually, stopping anyone from being able to get into Tampa from St. Pete. You can see here, St. Pete police were rerouting drivers for several hours overnight. A memorial is forming outside the spot where 11 people were killed in a plane crash in Hawaii. The small twin-engine plane used for skydiving crashed into the airfield in Oahu. This all happened as some family members were actually waiting nearby on the ground and likely saw that plane go down. The plane burst into flames after it slammed into the ground just moments after taking off. This is some video. There were 6 employees and 5 customers on board. Witnesses say the plane appeared to have issues during takeoff, saying it seemed unsteady on the runway. And then came the smoke.
Talked to a couple on my way from the other side. They said they just saw the plane. It looks like it was taking off and it looked a little wobbly, and that's the last they could see of it.
It is very difficult. In my 40 years as a firefighter here in Hawaii, this is the most tragic aircraft incident that we had.
Goodness. The airfield will remain closed until further notice. The FAA and National Transportation Safety Board are now investigating. Well, some scary moments out of Missouri. Look here. Look at that huge hot air balloon landing in the crowd at this hot air balloon festival. The balloon then continued to brush by a tree. One person said he was hit by the basket and the balloon ran over his mother. The woman was fine, though. Thankfully, nobody was seriously hurt, if you can believe that. Ambulances were called to the scene, and eventually the event did go on as planned, but just incredible to see how close that came in there. And could you imagine being one of the people watching that come in? Amazing. Nobody seriously hurt. All right, we are keeping our eye on politics here this morning as well. A cyber strike approved by the president is taking aim at Iranian computer systems used to control rocket and missile launches. CBS News is reporting the Pentagon conducted the cyber attack. This, of course, comes after the president called off a military strike on Iran after the nation shot down an unmanned U.S. surveillance drone. Iran's foreign minister says it happened after the drone crossed Iran's border. The president says he plans to move forward with more sanctions on Iran tomorrow. Right now, the 4th and final man wanted in a police chase in Haines City is now in custody. 24-year-old DeAndre Ware was arrested in Orlando and taken to Orange County Jail last night. He was one of 4 men wanted for stealing a car in the Orlando area Friday. A police chase stretched from US 27 to I-4. A Haines City officer managed to force the car off the road, and that is when the 4 men took off, started running. All 4 now facing several charges, including grand theft, aggravated battery, and resisting arrest. Looking ahead here, the man accused of kidnapping his young son and running off to Lebanon is scheduled to make his first appearance in court tomorrow. Ali Salameh is in custody in Atlanta after Lebanese court ordered his 4-year-old son Dexter be returned to his mother here in Tampa after nearly a year of fighting for this to happen. The boy and his mother were reunited at Tampa International on Friday. We were there. We are expecting to learn more about the charges that Salameh is facing again tomorrow in court.
All right, I have no idea what the story's about, but your tease got me earlier in the show, so let's check this out.
Doing its job.
No one obviously likes to get ripped off in a deal,
No,
right?
no.
But you probably never got it as bad as one South Florida man who thought he snagged a $177,000 villa for a little over $9,000.
Okay, you know, when it sounds too good to be true, maybe it is.
It definitely is. He couldn't have been more wrong. What he really got was this.
What are we looking at?
Oh no, a 1 foot wide, 100-foot long strip of grass worth about $50.
Oh, you mean running
you're
right
kidding.
down the middle of the
No,
driveway?
you've gotta
the two
be
driveways?
joking me.
No, that's it.
It starts at the curb. It extends out the back of the lot. He bought it during an online auction. Okay, another clue. The site did show the land measurements, but the homeless says that pictures were misleading. Unfortunately for him, county officials say he's stuck with the deal.
It sounds like a case of someone just not maybe doing their homework.
Right.
I mean, that's unfortunate, nonetheless.
I don't want to make any assumptions, but there are so many red flags.
Yeah, you know,
leading up to this.
sight unseen, low price.
It was worth only about $50, and he thought he was getting a deal.
Oh
And
boy.
he paid $9,000.
Oh boy, $9,000.
That hurts my little heart.
The sucker born every day, I'll tell you. All right, we're moving on. Hey, a pinball maker's passion for cancer research. It's more than just arcade games. It's a way to give back to the community. .742, you are up on the bright side and take a live look. This is an EarthCam shot over at Riviera Beach.
Beautiful.
Beautiful shot as the sun is coming up. And this is actually usually a spot where there are a lot of manatee hanging out.
I've been here about 6 months now,
Okay.
and I still have not had
No.
my first manatee sighting. I
Really?
haven't. I've seen plenty of dolphins, which I'm all about.
Yeah, you got to go see. Well, you know, when they all gather over at the Tico power plant?
Yeah, and I haven't made my way out there. So
Oh, you got to go check it out.
That's also my first mistake.
You got to go check it out. It really is a sight when you see hundreds of them. The cows of the sea, the sea cows.
I love it. I'll take it.
They're cute. They're just so big, and you're like, how can something so big be so adorable?
That's what I say
What
every day in the mirror. Just kidding.
Stop
I'm
it.
kidding.
Stop. Come on.
throwing,
Oh
jokes
my
at myself all
gosh.
morning.
All right. Well, good morning to you both. We're here. You're here. What more can you ask for, really, at this point?
A party. It's a party. It's been a party since yesterday, and we're going to keep that train going.
But it's
Not
going to
today.
be steamy again.
Yeah, lots of water. I don't know how many bottles of water myself I've gone through. My colleagues yesterday, even at the Pride Parade. Today's the afternoon highs, but heat index values, I wouldn't be surprised if they got closer to 105 to 107 at times. And that can happen as early as the late morning hours. So we'll be tracking that for you, and that's a trend that really will continue through the rest of the weekend and even into early next week.
Well, hey, why don't we take a look at some of the things that are trending right now?
I always called it The Shining.
Ooh, we are getting our first look at Ian McGregor in the sequel to one of Stephen King's bestsellers. Dr. Sleep is based on The Shining, which, of course, starred Jack Nicholson. What's the famous line, Natalie? McGregor plays a grown-up version of Danny Torrance, who was the son of Nicholson's character in the 1980 horror classic. Here's Johnny, right? All right. The movie hits theaters this November.
Horror movies, they stick with me for so long that I try to forget all the
I
lines.
swear that one scene rolling down the hallway, with the two little girls, right?
That girl and even the woman
Still
screaming
scares me.
the
Oh my
entire
gosh.
movie.
Hey, so it is not Elsa's ice castle, but I think this will do. Have you seen this? You can now rent a massive Frozen-themed Florida mansion. Olaf's Frozen Funhouse is a 7-bedroom, 6-bathroom home at the Formosa Garden Estates right near Disney World. Perfect. It's complete with Frozen-themed rooms, a splash pad, even a movie theater, obviously. Now, you will have to let some of that money go, though, because, well, it's actually $400 a night.
For 7 rooms?
For 7 rooms, that probably sleeps, what, I'm going to spitball, 12 to 16 people?
12 to 16, yeah, it's great.
Okay, $400, that's a steal.
It is, my little Disney heart.
You want to go in?
Please.
Want to go in on this?
No.
No?
The entire morning crew, all of us.
Oh, there we go, a bright side road trip. All right, we're doing it. Hey, it can't get any easier than this. Listen, Domino's, Pizza Hut, and Papa John's are now taking your favorite pizza orders from Alexa. That's right, you can now order pizza with your Amazon Echo. Just get on the Amazon Echo app, enable skills and games, and voila, you can now order away. From then on, just ask Alexa to order your preferred pizza place of choice, and then, you know, without ever picking up your phone, you get pizza delivered to your door. And now Alexa knows one more thing about you.
8 a.m. pizza sounds fantastic.
Pizza preferences. Ooh, yeah. Do we have an Alexa around here?
Can we get some pizza and then go to our Disney house?
This is really coming together.
I love it.
All right, it's a plan. So, as a kid, John Weaver, he earned 25 cents for every table he cleaned in his father's restaurant. He knew exactly where he'd spend each quarter of it. He unloaded all of his coins in the restaurant's arcade room, and he fell in love with the arcade games there. So decades later, he has now turned it into a business. 10 News reporter Bobby Lewis is on the road in Largo, where a man's lifelong dream is coming true, and he's using it to help others.
Cured, and we can go on and helping other people in other areas.
Pretty cool. John has received pre-orders actually for his pinball machine from 15 different countries. His goal is to sell 1,000 in the first year of production. John's Play for a Cure fundraiser is October 5th. He hopes to raise $40,000 for Moffitt Cancer Center. I think he will do that, no problem. Well, 50 years after the Stonewall riots in New York City, a Tampa Bay man is using art to help heal the past, all while showing pride. Well, as you well know, June is Pride Month, of course, and the big celebration continues in St. Pete today. But now there is a man with a local art gallery who is taking his pride to an artistic level.
So in honor of the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall riots, he's displaying 50 portraits created by 50 different artists. Brightside's Jabari Thomas gives us a sneak peek into his colorful world.
Well, you know, this is supporting the local community, you know?
I loved how each one was so unique to the artist who created it, and you could really see all of the different aesthetics.
But you immediately
styles.
make out, like,
oh, exactly who it
it
is.
I
loved it.
Oh,
yeah.
that's beautiful.
So the Mize Gallery is right near downtown St. Pete. It's on MLK Boulevard. That exhibit runs until July 6th, so you still got some time. It is free to the public to see on Saturdays from 11 to 7, and then Sundays from 11 till 3.
So you know how we mentioned, like, take a little break inside in the AC? Go check this out. And get back out there and go check out the vendors and all the tents going on.
There you go.
Even say hi to us. This is what we're going to be looking forward to for today. The festival goes on from 11 to 5, and you guessed it, will be a hot one in the lower 90s. But guys, it's going to feel like 100 or hotter. So that's why I really want you guys to make sure you bring lots of water bottles with you. I hear they will be having them, plenty of them at the event. So just
it's a must.
Take advantage of it all. We're going to need it, guys.
All right. Well, if you haven't had enough of us yet, you're in luck. We're back on the flip side. A whole nother hour of Bright Side coming your way.
It's going to be great.
Next. So great.